A cyclone-damaged West Auckland property is on the verge of collapse, forcing neighbours to evacuate late last night.
An Auckland councillor says it's a sign of how much of the damage from Gabrielle is still to be fixed. Nick Trubridge has the story.
It's a stark reminder of what West Aucklanders have been through. A scenic drive house on the brink, the collapsing bank behind, crushing a home and forcing evacuations.
I'd say a lot of West Aucklanders are doing it pretty tough. A lot of feelings of anxiety and stress because this has a long tail.
This is what the house used to look like. Here it is this morning. The houses either side are already red-stickered. Last night, a fourth was evacuated as a precaution after movement was detected.
It's also a reminder that the ground can still be moving in a lot of these places. So when we're looking at rebuilds and we're looking at how do we get a whole community back on track, then that's an engineering and a geotech question as well.
This is the new reality in parts of Auckland. Hillsides are scarred and slipping across multiple suburbs.
There will be places where we won't be allowing people to build in the future, I'm sure of it. It's just too dangerous, and I think the hillside here is a good example of that.
It's got Auckland Council working overtime, categorising properties as write-offs or salvageable, while also trying to detect movement in increasingly unstable hillsides.
It's unprecedented. You would probably say Christchurch was the main area where obviously the earthquake and everything that went on there was probably larger than this, but this is getting up there in terms of, particularly for Auckland, it's the largest event we've ever had to deal with.
Hot on the heels of the near collapse in Swanson is the Auditor General's look at how well Auckland Council's prepared for events like these.
We've had the cyclone, the flooding, we've had the May 9th flooding, we've had the tornado that came through that caused damage, so there's an awful lot of those that have compiled all the issues that we have to deal with.
The Auditor General is recommending regular emergency management drills. As for this house, the risk of further disrupting the hillside means it may need to be dismantled piece by piece, starting with the upstairs.
They wouldn't do it directly in front of it, they'd probably do it to one side, so that if there was any sort of slippage afterwards, it wouldn't affect the actual crew themselves that are actually doing the demolition.
A sorry sight, but it's just a small sign of what's to come on the region's long road to recovery. Nick Trubridge, Newshub.